travel friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the surprises of Dublin. My biggest surprise when visiting Dublin was the cocktail scene. I think most people, when you're going to Dublin, you think beer pubs, and Temple Bar. There are so many different cocktail bars. It is a thing. And so when you're in Dublin, do not discount cocktails. Try their local whiskeys, try their local gins, gin and tonics, anything. There are so many great cocktail bars, and I think that was just such a unique surprise that caught me off guard.
I was really caught off guard. She told us that we should try some cocktail bars, and I was like, really? We're not even really cocktail people. But it was a really good experience. I guess if I look back, maybe it's not that surprising given the Irish's history with whiskey and distilleries. The two places that we went to were very chill, very relaxing. The cocktails were very good.
Yeah, or if you don't know what you like cocktail-wise, these cocktail bars are so great because you can say what maybe type of alcohol you enjoy, or do you like sweet or sour, strong, anything like that. They will then tell you which ones might be a good fit.
The next surprise is something very near and dear and important to me, and that is the food. When I was researching Ireland, Dublin, and the food scene, a lot of it came out as meats, potatoes, Guinness. I was absolutely surprised about the international food scene in Dublin. And maybe this is a more recent development.
I think that changed a lot with a lot of the international companies coming in, and so Dublin is more of a melting pot.
You can find basically any type of cuisine there. It's absolutely great. The food scene there definitely surprised me. The next big surprise, also near and dear to me, and maybe a little less than the food, but the walkability of Dublin. I was really surprised that you really can walk through a lot of the central Dublin area, not needing a bike, not needing metro or any sort of public transportation. You can really mosey around. Everything that we wanted to see or do was around the central Dublin area that we could walk to. Mm-hmm. We had to bike to a few places, and that included the jail, the Guinness storehouse, and I think the Jameson Distillery. I think that was we had a very long walk.
It was a long walk. I think the biggest tourist attraction that's going to be something where you need to take a car or a bus or public transit is going to be Phoenix Park, because that is pretty far out. But everything else, if you do like walking, it's usually anywhere from 5 to 20 minute walk. Mm-hmm. So the next big surprise that many people might have heard of, or they don't believe people when they say it, and that's going to be the weather. You can literally get 4 seasons in one day. So when you're packing, it's going to be a little bit different from your traditional, I'm going in the summer, I'm going to pack light layers. You should still have a rain jacket, maybe a lighter rain jacket. When you're traveling to Ireland, you should always have some rain gear and layers, because it can also get very cold. You should always have a sweater or a jacket.
Following along with the surprise about the weather, a surprise I want to add next is that Dublin, it's not that pretty. This is not neither good or a bad surprise, but when you're researching Ireland, you see a lot of green stuff. Dublin is not that. Dublin is a lot more cement, a lot less green. I enjoyed Dublin way more than I thought I would, but it's just not a very pretty city.
It ties into industrial. It's a very industrial looking city. They are changing it a lot with the tech boom and international companies having headquarters there. I call that charming. I like a good brick building, but aside from those specific green areas, your gardens, your parks, it's not what you imagine the green rolling hills of Ireland to be.
I'm just going to say it as it is. It's not a pretty city. Which is not bad. We live in Los Angeles, and I would not call Los Angeles a pretty city either. It is what it is. Next surprise.
All right. Our next surprise is going to be friendliness. So the Irish are known for being friendly and helpful and funny. If you're in a pub, talk to anyone that looks like they might live in Ireland. They'll tell you maybe some hidden areas, some gems, the must-sees, or they'll just ask about, the fact that most likely you have a distant relative that came from Ireland. The Irish are just so friendly, and it's one of those places that even if you're a tourist, you always feel welcome in at home.
So the next surprise, I was really actually caught off guard by this one, was how much the Irish really drink and love Guinness. It's a huge, huge thing over there. When people watch this, they're like, okay, that's not really surprising because, Guinness, Ireland. But that's like saying that Americans love Budweiser, which I don't think is necessarily true. It's probably our best selling beer here, but it's not like a huge, huge thing. But over there, Guinness really, really is a huge thing. People have their favorite bars depending on how the Guinness tastes.
Yeah, that's actually a really big thing. If you ask anyone in Ireland where is the best place to get a pint of Guinness, you will hear probably 50 different pubs. And it's all about like how they change their Guinness, how they clean their lines.
And every bar that you do go to, almost everyone is drinking Guinness. Here at a bar, you see a lot of people drinking different types of beer, but over there, a vast majority of people are doing the Guinness thing. And I don't blame them. When we went over there, we drank a lot of Guinness.
All right, well, those are our surprises of Dublin. Let us know if we missed anything or if there's anything that really surprised you when you went to Dublin. Please like and subscribe, and happy travels.